Hello everyone and welcome. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation with the title slide, Einstein Trust Layer. We'll be exploring a fascinating topic that combines innovation and trust in technology. Over the next few slides, I'll walk you through what the Einstein Trust Layer is, how it works, and why it matters. So let's get started. Today, I want to introduce you to the Einstein Trust Layer. This is a crucial component in our overall framework. The trust layer essentially acts as a foundation for ensuring security and reliability in our system. It's where we establish the core principles of trust, making sure that all data and interactions are verified and authenticated. This layer is key to building confidence in the system's integrity. When we think about trust in technology, especially in complex networks, it's not just about security, but also about transparency and accountability. The Einstein Trust Layer is designed to address these aspects comprehensively. By integrating this layer, we are reinforcing the entire architecture, ensuring that every component can be trusted and validated. This aligns perfectly with our goal of creating a secure, trustworthy environment for users and stakeholders alike. The Einstein Trust Layer is all about elevating the security of generative AI by integrating data and privacy controls directly into the end-user experience. What this means is that we can ensure AI outputs are grounded in your specific customer and company data, but without creating new security vulnerabilities. Essentially, it acts as a protective shield, allowing us to harness the power of AI while maintaining control and safety. At its core, the trust layer is made up of a series of gateways and retrieval mechanisms. Think of these as gatekeepers that verify and manage data flow, ensuring that only trusted information is used. When combined, these components enable us to deliver a form of generative AI that's both trusted and transparent. This is a crucial part of our overall goal, to build AI solutions that are not just powerful, but also secure and aligned with your data privacy needs. It's about creating a seamless, safe experience for users while unlocking the full potential of AI in a responsible way. The Einstein Trust Layer is designed to allow customers to benefit from the power of generative AI without compromising their data security and privacy controls. What this means is that it provides a robust set of features to protect your data at every step. For example, secure data retrieval ensures your data stays safe when accessed, while dynamic grounding helps the AI generate responses based on reliable, controlled information. Data masking is another key feature, which hides sensitive details so they aren't exposed during processing. And importantly, zero data retention means that your data isn't stored anywhere after the process, reducing any risk of exposure. Beyond data protection, the trust layer also includes toxicity detection. This scans prompts and responses to make sure they're appropriate, helping maintain a respectful and safe environment. And to keep accountability transparent, an audit trail tracks each prompt as it moves through the system, so you can see exactly what happened at every step. Overall, the Einstein Trust Layer ties into our broader goal of making AI both powerful and secure, giving you peace of mind while still unlocking valuable insights. So what we're seeing here is a clear flow of data that starts in our CRM apps. From there, it moves through the Einstein Trust Layer, which acts as a kind of gatekeeper and protector. Then, the data reaches the large language model, or LLM, which we refer to as the prompt journey. This is where the LLM takes the prompt it receives and generates a response, which we call response generation. Once that response is created, it doesn't just stop there. It flows back through the same Einstein Trust Layer, which again ensures security and trust, and then returns to the CRM apps. That's what we call the response journey. Now, understanding how the Einstein Trust Layer works is key. It's designed to safeguard data at every step, ensuring that the information being exchanged is secure, private, and trustworthy. This layer is fundamental because it maintains the integrity of the data and builds confidence in the entire process, especially when dealing with sensitive customer information. By connecting these points, we see how this entire flow supports our goal of delivering intelligent, secure, and reliable customer interactions. It's all about making sure that data moves smoothly and securely through each stage, ultimately empowering better decision-making and personalized experiences. To generate a response from the LLM, you need to provide it with a prompt. This prompt can come from any of the CRM apps you're using. You have the flexibility to create a prompt in Prompt Builder, which makes it easy to customize, and then invoke it from Apex or a flow. This integration allows for seamless automation and ensures that your prompts are consistent and effective. Remember, the key is to connect these tools smoothly so that your system can generate accurate and relevant responses, ultimately enhancing your overall workflow and user experience. Let's take a moment to discuss the prompt. Essentially, this slide is about understanding what a prompt is and how it functions within our overall process. A prompt, in simple terms, is the initial input or question we give to a system or tool to elicit a response or action. It serves as the starting point that guides the entire interaction. It's important to recognize that the quality of the prompt directly influences the quality of the output. A clear, well-structured prompt helps ensure we get relevant and accurate results. Throughout this presentation, we've seen that crafting effective prompts is crucial because it connects to the broader theme of optimizing our communication with these systems. Whether we're working with AI, data queries, or any automated tools, understanding how to formulate prompts is key to leveraging their full potential. So always think about how your prompts can be more specific, concise, and targeted. That way, you set the stage for more effective, meaningful outcomes. The first part of the trust layer is all about safely getting data. For the AI to provide more useful and personalized answers, it needs extra information from your CRM data. This process of adding additional details to the prompt is called grounding. Essentially, grounding involves enriching the AI's input by including relevant data from your CRM, such as record fields, flows, Apex, data cloud objects, and related lists. Now, a key point here is security. Secure data retrieval ensures that the AI can only access the data that the user running the prompt has permission to see. This means that data privacy and access controls are built into the process, so there's no risk of exposing sensitive information. In summary, grounding allows the AI to be more precise and helpful by leveraging your CRM data securely, respecting permissions at every step. This is a crucial part of building trust in the AI's responses and ensuring data security throughout the process. The data retrieval process follows the same access rules and permissions already set in Salesforce. This means that any data used to ground the prompt is based on the permissions of the user who is running it. So, if a user has access to certain records or fields, that's exactly what will be used. It keeps all the usual Salesforce controls in place, like user roles and field security, when accessing data from your CRM. This ensures that data security and privacy are maintained consistently. The grounding itself is dynamic, which means it happens in real time. It depends entirely on what data the user has access to at that moment. So, as permissions change or as different users run the process, the grounded data will adapt accordingly. Overall, this approach ensures that our data retrieval process is secure, flexible, and aligned with your existing Salesforce security framework. Let's talk about dynamic grounding. This concept is all about how our systems or models connect language to real-world context in a flexible and adaptable way. Unlike static grounding, which relies on fixed references, dynamic grounding allows for real-time adjustments based on new information or changing environments. This is crucial because it makes our AI more responsive and accurate when interacting with complex real-world situations. By incorporating dynamic grounding, we're essentially teaching models to understand not just what words mean, but how they relate to the ongoing context around them. This ties directly into our overall theme of creating more intelligent and adaptable systems that can operate seamlessly in real-world scenarios. Dynamic grounding is all about making AI-driven responses more relevant and accurate by incorporating real-time data. Think of it like giving the AI access to the latest information from Salesforce records, objects, or even external sources. This way, Whether it's a chatbot providing recommendations or answering questions, it's always working with the most current and reliable data. This process is crucial because it ensures that the answers, suggestions, or actions delivered are truly aligned with the present context. And that's a key part of making AI more effective and trustworthy in our overall Salesforce ecosystem. Let's talk about the key aspects of dynamic grounding. First, we have real-time context. This means the AI system pulls live data directly from Salesforce, such as account details, case status, or opportunity stage, to inform its responses. It's like having a conversation with someone who always has the most up-to-date information. Next is personalization. The responses are tailored specifically to the user, the record, or the current business scenario. So instead of generic answers, the AI delivers insights that truly fit the particular situation at hand. Then there's accuracy. By grounding answers in actual Salesforce data, we significantly reduce the risk of hallucinations or outdated information. This ensures the AI's responses are not only relevant, but also reliable. Overall, dynamic grounding is about making AI interactions more precise, relevant, and trustworthy by continuously connecting to live data. It's a vital part of creating smarter, more effective business tools that truly understand the current context. Let's talk about data masking. This is a crucial technique in data security, especially when handling sensitive information. Essentially, data masking involves hiding or obfuscating certain parts of data so that it can't be fully read or misused. For example, you might mask a credit card number by showing only the last 4 digits, while the rest are replaced with asterisks or other characters. The key point here is that data masking allows us to protect sensitive data while still maintaining its usefulness for testing or analysis. It's a way to balance security and operational needs. This technique connects directly to our overall theme of safeguarding data without compromising its value. By implementing data masking, organizations can reduce the risk of data breaches and ensure compliance with privacy regulations. So, it's not just about hiding data. It's about smartly managing it to keep everything secure while still enabling business processes. Data masking in Salesforce is all about protecting sensitive information by obfuscating it within your environment. Essentially, this means transforming the data so it can't be easily identified or misused. It's particularly crucial when dealing with personally identifiable information, financial details, or other confidential data. You'll often use data masking in sandbox environments, where we test changes without exposing real data, or when sharing data for testing purposes. It's also key for complying with privacy regulations that mandate data protection. So, by implementing data masking, we ensure that sensitive data remains secure, even when it's used in less protected environments. This helps us maintain trust and meet our compliance obligations while still being able to work effectively with the data we need. Now, let's take a closer look at how data masking actually works. First, obfuscation. This is where real data is replaced with fictitious but realistic-looking data. For example, instead of a real name like John Smith, we might use Jane Doe. The goal here is to make the data seem authentic while protecting the actual information. Next, it's important to understand that data masking is designed to be irreversible. Once the data is masked, it can't be reverted back to its original form. This irreversibility is crucial because it ensures the security and privacy of sensitive information. Finally, there's the concept of consistency. Even though the data is masked, the relationships between different records are preserved. This means that masked data remains useful for testing and development purposes because the data's structure and connections stay intact. Putting it all together, data masking provides a secure way to work with data without exposing sensitive details, all while maintaining the integrity needed for practical use. Let's now turn our attention to prompt defense. This is a crucial aspect of effective communication because it involves how we respond when our prompts are challenged or questioned. The key here is to stay calm and focused, ensuring that we defend our position clearly without becoming defensive or confrontational. It's important to provide evidence or reasoning that supports our prompts, reinforcing the validity of our approach. Remember, the goal is to maintain trust and credibility while addressing concerns. This ties back to our overall theme of building strong, transparent interactions. By mastering prompt defense, we can navigate difficult conversations more confidently and keep the dialogue productive. Now, let's talk about prompt defense in Salesforce. Essentially, this refers to the security mechanisms that are put in place to safeguard generative AI systems like Einstein Copilot and other AI-powered assistants. The main goal here is to protect these systems from malicious, manipulative, or unintended prompts that could cause issues. By having prompt defense, we ensure that the interactions users have with AI remain safe, compliant with organizational policies, and aligned with our overall security standards. It's a crucial part of maintaining trust and integrity in how AI tools are used within our organization. So, in the bigger picture, prompt defense helps us manage risks and ensures that AI continues to serve us effectively and securely. So let's talk about what prompt defense actually does. First, it prevents prompt injection. This is crucial because it stops anyone from trying to trick the AI into doing things it shouldn't, like leaking sensitive information or performing unauthorized actions, simply by crafting clever prompts. Essentially, it acts as a safeguard against malicious inputs. Next, it filters sensitive requests. This means it can identify when a prompt is asking for confidential, regulated, or inappropriate data, and then restricts those requests from being processed. This helps us maintain control over what information the AI can access and share. Then, prompt defense monitors for malicious activity. It looks for patterns or language that might indicate security threats or misuse, so we can catch potential issues early before they escalate. Finally, it ensures compliance. This means that all AI responses are aligned with our company policies, privacy standards, and legal requirements. It keeps everything running smoothly within the boundaries we've set, maintaining trust and security across the board. Overall, prompt defense plays a vital role in protecting our AI environment, making sure it's secure, compliant, and trustworthy. Let's talk about response generation. This is a crucial part of our system because it determines how effectively we communicate with users. Essentially, response generation involves creating meaningful and contextually appropriate replies based on the input we receive. It's not just about stringing words together. It's about understanding the user's intent and crafting a response that is helpful, accurate, and engaging. One of the key points here is the importance of context. A good response depends heavily on understanding the conversation history and the specific nuances of the user's request. That's why advanced algorithms and models are used to interpret this context and generate responses that feel natural and relevant. Also, it's vital to highlight that response generation connects directly back to our overall goal, providing a seamless, human-like interaction. When done well, it enhances user satisfaction and trust in our system. So, in essence, response generation is the bridge that transforms raw data and input into a meaningful dialogue, a core component for delivering an effective conversational experience. Once your prompt is fully prepared and secured, it's ready to go through the LLM gateway. This gateway is a crucial part of the process because it manages all communication with different AI models. It acts as a controlled and secure bridge, allowing you to interact with multiple models safely. One of the key features here is that the gateway and the model providers use TLS encryption. This means all data transmitted between systems is encrypted, ensuring that your information stays private and protected during the transfer. When it comes to hosting models, Salesforce handles this differently depending on the source. Models created or customized by Salesforce are hosted within Salesforce's own secure environment, which adds an extra layer of security. External models, like those from OpenAI, are hosted in a shared secure environment, which is also designed to keep data safe. And if you're creating your own models, those will be hosted on your own systems, giving you complete control. Another important point is Salesforce's zero data retention policy with external partners such as OpenAI or Azure OpenAI. This means that any data you send to them is deleted immediately after a response is generated and returned to Salesforce. It's a strong commitment to data privacy and security, ensuring that your information isn't stored or retained longer than necessary. Overall, this setup underscores the importance of security and privacy in AI interactions. The gateway manages safe communication, encryption protects your data, and the hosting arrangements ensure your information is handled responsibly, whether internally or through trusted external providers. Let's talk about zero data retention in Salesforce. This is a crucial privacy and security practice, especially when we're dealing with generative AI features. The core idea is that any data you send to AI models isn't stored, retained, or used for anything beyond generating that immediate response. Essentially, once the AI has done its job, your data is gone. It's not saved or analyzed further. This approach helps ensure that sensitive business or personal information stays confidential and isn't accessible after the transaction is complete. It aligns perfectly with the overall goal of protecting user data while still leveraging the power of AI. Let's talk about the key aspects of zero data retention. First, no storage. When you provide data to generative AI, like prompts, queries, or context, it's not saved anywhere afterward. No logs, no databases, no external systems hold onto that information once the response is delivered. This way, your data stays only as long as needed for the immediate interaction. Next, no training use. The data you input isn't used to improve, retrain, or fine-tune the AI models. So, your information isn't feeding into future model updates, which helps maintain control over what data is being learned from. Then, we have privacy assurance. This approach is especially important because it supports compliance with strict data privacy regulations like GDPR, HIPAA, CCPA, and others. It aligns with internal policies aimed at protecting user data and ensuring trust. Finally, security. By not retaining data, we significantly reduce the risk of exposure, leaks, or unauthorized access. Less stored data means fewer vulnerabilities, making the entire system more secure. Overall, zero data retention is about prioritizing privacy, security, and compliance, while still enabling effective AI interactions. It's a crucial part of building trustworthy AI systems in today's data-conscious world. When the generated response is returned from the large language model, the Einstein Trust Layer steps in to ensure everything is appropriate. It applies specific policies and processes designed to make sure the response is both safe and useful. This is a crucial part of the overall system because it helps maintain trust and integrity in the interactions. Think of it as a quality control checkpoint that filters and refines the output before it reaches the user. By doing this, the trust layer supports responsible AI use and helps prevent any unintended or harmful content from being shared. This process ties directly into our broader goal of creating a secure, reliable, and user-friendly AI experience. Let's talk about toxic language detection in Salesforce. This refers to using AI and natural language processing, or NLP, to automatically find and flag harmful, abusive, or inappropriate language in user-generated content, communications, or even AI interactions. As Salesforce increasingly integrates generative AI features like Einstein Copilot and chatbots, it's becoming even more important to monitor and manage the language used. Now, moving on to data demasking. This is the process of reviewing data masking to reveal the original sensitive information. But in Salesforce, data demasking is generally not supported or recommended. That's because it raises serious privacy, security, and compliance concerns. Protecting sensitive data is always a priority, so we approach data demasking with caution. So, in summary, toxic language detection helps us maintain a respectful environment as AI tools become more integrated, while data demasking is something we avoid unless absolutely necessary to safeguard privacy and security. This ties into our overall goal of balancing innovative AI use with responsible data management. Now, let's talk about data demasking and what you really need to know. First, irreversible masking. This is a key point. Standard solutions like Salesforce Data Mask are designed to be one way. Once data is masked, it simply cannot be restored to its original form. This is crucial because it means once you mask data, it stays protected, and there's no going back to unmask it accidentally or intentionally. Next, from a security best practice perspective, preventing demasking is essential. Protecting sensitive data from unauthorized access isn't just about avoiding leaks. It also helps you stay compliant with regulations like GDPR and HIPAA. These rules require strict control over how personal and sensitive information is handled and accessed. And finally, regarding audit and compliance, it's important that masked data in sandboxes or test environments remains masked at all times. This helps prevent privacy breaches during testing phases and ensures you're always aligned with regulatory standards. All these points highlight the importance of understanding how masking works and why preventing demasking is vital for maintaining data security and compliance across your organization. Now, let's talk about data demasking. Essentially, this is the process where the placeholders that we use to hide data during the prompt are replaced with the actual data. What does that mean in practical terms? Well, the system takes these temporary stand-ins and maps them back to the real data they represent. The relationship between the original data and these placeholders is crucial because it allows us to accurately fill in the response. When this happens, the data becomes meaningful and useful again, especially when it's sent back for further processing or analysis. So, in the context of our overall discussion, data demasking is a key step in ensuring that the right information is retrieved and used appropriately, maintaining both data integrity and usefulness. When you're working with responses in Salesforce, you have several options to manage them effectively. You can choose to accept a response if it's accurate, modify it if it needs some adjustments, or reject it if it's not appropriate. Additionally, you can provide explicit feedback to help improve the AI's performance. All of this feedback, along with details like the original prompt, masked prompt, toxicity scores, and the AI's initial and final outputs, is stored in Data Cloud. It's important to note that you control how long this data stays in your Data Cloud instance. For compliance reasons, Salesforce retains this information for 30 days. This setup ensures a balance between maintaining data for improvement and respecting data privacy and retention policies. Overall, this feedback and audit process is crucial because it helps us refine the AI, ensure accuracy, and maintain compliance, all while giving you control over your data. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. I really appreciate the opportunity to share these insights with you. Remember, the key points we've discussed highlight the importance of understanding how these concepts connect to the bigger picture and can impact our work moving forward. I hope this session has been valuable and has sparked some new ideas or perspectives. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or want to explore these topics further. Thanks again for being such an engaged audience.